Okay, we're back, I think. We should be back entirely. OBS crashed for some reason. I wasn't expecting that. So, yeah, restarting the live stream over again. That was just bizarre. You know, it just start up and immediately stops working. But yeah. Let me just click around because it seemed like... Yeah, okay. It is just like that. It's working now. Okay. Before I couldn't get anything to work properly. Alright, let's see, it's not going to crash again though. So we can just get straight ahead to what I was going to do. Which I was saying, I'm not sure if anyone was actually able to hear it, because... I'll just start over again. We still have all these side quests to do in Wizard City, and we still have all Firecat Alley's main quests to do. I was hoping to finish it before 6 AM last night, but we didn't get around to it, so hopefully we're going to be able to finish this within the next hour or two.
How did it go? You got everything on the list? And Gloria says hello? Oh, let's just get this done. Go set up the alchemy table over there. Ooh, that equipment is nice enough for an amateur like you to perform the transmutation. Go on, just place the Herkimer stone on the crucible.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I was going to say. I can't remember it right now. We just have to keep going.
There we are. Now bring me the potion and let me check your work. Wow! A+ work here, young one. Good work. Now for the next part of the plan. The curative intonation potion will work similarly to the initial curse, so you'll need to administer it to an influential fire elf. Alakane Swift Arrow is the most famous fire elf actor alive. Once he's cured, just explain to him that it's up to him to pass the cure on to his people. You'll find Alakane in the Fire Globe Theater. I've imbued your wand with the curative potion. Now go give Alakane a good thwacking.
Oh, nice. It actually seems a little bit shorter this time around. And I think the initial quest was actually a little bit longer. That's nice. But yeah, I was trying to think of something very specific I was thinking about, but I can't quite remember it. Let's see, let's grab this smith. Need to also remember to grab the book while we're in here. Let's see, is our deck set up well? Might throw in another scorpion. And maybe an elemental shield too.
Fire for Friddle! The greatest magicians have something to learn! Fire for Friddle! Wizard City must burn! Fire for Friddle!
Yeah, my brain is kind of shorting out a bit right now. Like I said, I was up for a long time doing Wizard101 last night. And so I'm not, like, in like a super awake state right now. I'm still like basically asleep. But I wanted to get this done because I wasn't expecting it to do so long. Oh, that's what I was thinking about. I wasn't expecting the stream to end up making it take so much longer, but going on these rants actually turns out it slows down your progress a lot. Can't really be a speed runner while also, at least not in my experience. There are speedrunner streamers now that I think about. That takes a lot of practice. So yeah, you have to show respect to that, because I don't have any of that right now. I'll do my best to wrap this up though quickly, because I want to be able to get over to Krakatopia as soon as possible. Like, experience in the story again and stuff is nice. But like I said, this is just the setup. It's just the beginning to the actual playthrough we're going to be doing. So I don't want it to take like too long. I don't want it to be like multiple months. I was thinking maybe like a month until it gets like the actual start. So we need to stream as much as I possibly can in order to make sure that becomes a possibility. So 2 streams a day might also be possible, but they might have to be 2 shorter streams, because this is around the time I normally start to try and get stuff done during the day. So there is actually stuff I need to be at least getting started on in like 2 hours or so. If I do end up streaming around this time more often, it'll have to end up being a thing where I replay my entire schedule around it. Yeah, but anyways, this has been a pretty good quest line overall, I'd say. All things considered, it's not as bad as it could be. You know, there's been lots of the random hiccups and stuff that has made it kind of awkward to experience. But overall, I'd say it's been pretty good, if nothing else. More good than bad, I'd say. It's just that I feel like a lot of the good was unnecessary, because the old one was good too. Yeah, throwing in that extra scorpion was unnecessary. I could kill with the scarab, but I'm gonna go for the scorpion. Actually, I could have also killed with the imp even if the scarab didn't kill. So, either one works. I guess I just prefer casting the higher level spell. And it fizzled. Now this is kind of like my main concern, which is I could still lose if I fizzle again. Oh, I could still lose now. I have 50% resistance. Is that enough? No, it was not.
Oh, looks like if you were defeated in a dungeon, you can use the red return button you'll see in the lower right corner.
Thankfully, it's not too much of a setback. This one's going to be a lot easier now. Because I can actually spend these accuracies on my stronger spells this time around. But yeah, either way, I would have lost at that point, because even if I had casted the Scared first turn, he was going before me. So, even if I casted Scarab and then tried to go for an imp, I still would have gotten hit by that Sunbird, I'm pretty sure. There's not really much I could have done there. Yeah, these new voices they picked out for like Alacane and stuff, this one's actually kind of okay. I'm not sure why they decided to make him sound alright and make all of the other ones sound like they literally dragged like a toddler into the recording booth. Although I do have to say that actually is kind of impressive, because I'm pretty sure it's like an older woman doing the voice, like a young 20s woman doing it. So it's not like they brought in like actual kids, it doesn't sound like. I think it's just somebody who's like really good at doing the voice. Which is kind of impressive, but again, it's very uncanny valley. Especially because of the way the fire elves look. Alright, cool. That should be it. All things considered, hopefully this won't be too much of a hassle to deal with.
Lo, the dark resonance hath been driven from my brain. By the hand of this gentle wizard, I am again stark raving sane. How can I ever repay you?
Please stop talking in rhyme. First I'm gonna read this book, so I don't forget.
In the beginning, there was was the Dragon Titan, an immortal being capable of burning an entire world or rekindling a soul's lost spark.
Oh, nice foreshadowing.
From the embers left in its wake, there came the race of dragons, who harnessed the power of fire to rule the lands. As fire magic passed to younger races, dragons were pushed out of the fledgling worlds, seeking refuge neath the sleeping form of their ancestor. Their drake offspring formed alliances with roving human clans to rebel against their parents, ultimately establishing the empire of Dragonspire.
I should at some point also just like read the Spiral Compendium on stream, which if you don't know is like a 300-something page Google Doc of nothing but Wizard101 lore.
You say only I can deliver my people from the grip of this dreadful Banshee's curse? But how? I am an actor. We are the opposite of people. The cure and my voice hath entwined? Then accept the role of hero I must, and I shall deliver a performance for the ages to the streets!
Cool. I have to admit, making a little bit more than just some random little dude we fight is kind of neat. So it might actually end up being a similar amount of length, they're just introducing more cinematic stuff to it. The length of the 3 streets has always been a little bit confusing to me. Because, you know, you'd think that Wizard101, I mean, Wizard City wouldn't be, like, super long, but it actually is a pretty decently sized world, all things considered. With all the side quests and stuff tacked on. All of the worlds in Arc 1 are like that, whereas a lot of the worlds in, like, Arc 3 and even Caramel felt, like, shorter than, like, a full-length Wizard City.
Well, did you fix this mess? Can I go back to my stories now? Finally! This whole ordeal has made me realize that I don't miss working with students as much as I'd previously thought. No offense. Run along then, dear. And if you would be so kind as to omit my name from your official reporting to the city guard, I'd appreciate it. Ta-ta!
Okay, nice. I think I might end up buying that Bazaar gear, because it's going to be a while before we actually move on from Wizard City, it seems like. So, I might just grab that, just so I can deal with it quickly. Let's see. That stuff's on Triton Avenue. Let's see, anything. I'm gonna do Penny and Dark Cave, and we also need this one, Cyclops Lane. So it looks like we need to head back over to Cyclops Lane. And then go into Dark Cave and talk to Penny. Okay, yeah, that works. In the meantime, we'll grab the level 10 Bazaar gear. Because level 10 Bazaar gear will make us a little bit stronger. It only adds like 6 extra damage, but that's about enough to start dealing with these things a little bit easier in the meantime.
Great balls of fire! You're alive! When I didn't hear back from you, I just assumed... Well, I'm glad you weren't fricasseed. Did you find Lizzo? She's safe now? Whew! And a cure for the Fire Elves' madness is being administered as we speak? You're amazing! You should tell Sergeant Muldoon! And feel free to mention how I'm still bravely defending this position. If it comes up. Thanks, Wizard. I couldn't have done it without you.
Alright, nice. Yeah, I did kind of miss that he had more of like a sort of personal connection to it, which kind of made sense as to why they weren't doing anything before. Now it really is just like making it like, oh yeah, no, they just can't do anything. Yeah, I'm not really like super sure how much like I like them leaning so heavily into like the whole idea that only like you can do it. Because while that is definitely the case, it really does seem like they kind of get like out of hand with it a little bit sometimes. Because they kind of like just to believe, I mean I'd like to believe that is, that the people in this game, even if we didn't like show up to do stuff, could still hypothetically like stay alive without us being there. Wow, this is weird. Where is it? Hello. There should be a helmet that gives us some health and 3 damage. I guess it's the Cowl of Comparison? I didn't think it was level 5 though. Oh wait, I need to change the colors. Dark orange, light orange. That works. Oh, there's that one, Gobblestone's Garb. A Watchful gives us 4. This also gives us 4, but more health. Yeesh. These are actually kind of expensive, all things considered. Talent, these ones. Maybe they're just out of the level 10 hat and boots. Which is kind of surprising. That one. Yeah, so fun fact about this, as you can see, the hand on these ones is open. So, as you notice on my pet, all of the damage symbols have a closed fist, but all of the damage ones on this one have an open hand, because that represents flat damage. So when I said before it only gives us like 6, it gives us 10. It gives us exactly 10 damage, which means that it means all of our spells will do exactly 10 damage more on every damage roll, instead of doing a percent increased damage. It's kind of a neat little thing about how the game works, because it's never really made clear what exactly that is, and it's kind of forgotten later on in the game. There's no gear where they just go insane, like, oh, you know, there's this flat damage gear and then this percent damage gear. It just switches over from flat damage to completely percent damage at some point around Crocotopia.
Hello again, young wizard. Do the smell of brimstone and burnt hair spell word from Firecat Alley? You helped quell an undead insurrection and cure the fire elf curse? Impressive! We're not out of the woods yet, but we're making headway. Good job on cleaning up those streets. You know, if this whole student of magic thing doesn't work out, you have a bright future as a guard. For now, though, report back to the headmaster and tell him that everything is under control.
Perfect. Yeah, we still have a few of these side quests to do, which we'll get around to first. Saphira's Tower. I don't remember who that is. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Oh, that's right, we want to go into the Dark Cave first, so we can deal with Penny. Probably going to be another pet quest based on all the snacks that she's giving us, apparently. Alright, where is she? Here she is.
Hey, wizard! I see you found my spell book. No, I didn't talk to Malistaire. I should have known he'd be too smart to come here. Could be worse, I guess. At least I have these thorough reports on undead battle tactics, so I can handle the things in this cave.
My character looks so smug. Like, what is it with that expression? It's like super condescending.
Huh? Oh, my parents sent me a package. You're right. Maybe it will cheer me up. Let's see. Oh, wow, pet snacks. That'd be great if I had a pet. Tell you what, wizard, you've been amazing ever since we met. Why don't you take these snacks? Just a small token to say how much everything you've done has meant to me.
Oh, so she doesn't give us little blue cyclops anymore. In the original quest, she was like, oh, they sent me a cyclops, but I'm allergic to cyclopses. Like that exact inflection in her voice and everything. So it's actually kind of interesting that they removed it. I guess it's because they gave us that free pet at the very beginning of the game. But I am gonna miss the free blue Cyclops. So yeah, I guess that means that's like a limited quantity item now. Like, unless you breed it with somebody else. Only people who actually played the original quests can have it now. I mean, granted the pet sucks, so like it's not like a super big deal. But, yeah. Just pick these up, might as well. Yeah, it is kind of weird how far they put these Captain Planet quests like into the streets. Because they're not like all the way at the end, so like you can't just teleport there, they're like all the way in the middle. So you do have to like actually like manually walk over there.
Have you come to stop us? You can't. Nothing can. We are the planet fears. The terrors born of all natural disasters.
There's a seam. There's this weird graphical seam happening on one of the textures. And so it's not working correctly. It's very noticeable.
During a storm warning, the lump in the back of your throat during a small earthquake. We are the inconvenience of every snowfall.
There's also one on the sleeve.
But we are nothing compared to what's coming. Meaningless in the wake of the destroyer. The disaster made flesh.
Man, this is way overacted. But I kind of have to appreciate it. Because like I said, it's not like too... Like, it's like super... Actually, I guess it is kind of like way too over the top. Like, it's starting to get like to the point where it's getting like super hammy. But at the same time, you know, I suppose that the quest is a side quest, and so it is kind of out of the way. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't do it, but make this like a level 130 quest, because I'm pretty sure there actually is like a quest that's very similar to this one. I think it was like the 4 Horsemen or something, where you fight them. And that was like one of the level 130 quests for Wizard City. So I'm surprised that they didn't just throw it in there. Like, this doesn't really like make sense. Like, I'm like playing through it during the storyline. But it's not like too offensively like outside of it, I guess. I don't know. For now though, thankfully it's super easy to beat, so I'm just gonna run through them really quick.
I told you we were nothing compared to what's coming. But if you're so desperate to reclaim the Ring of Winds, here you go. I already used up all its powers anyway to provide breath to the destroyer.
Actually, I'm kind of curious about where they're actually gonna go with this. Oh, cool, it's back in Dark Cave again. But, yeah. I am kind of curious about where they're going to, actually end up going with it. I'll save my actual thoughts about, like, whether or not it was, like, a good idea to add right now, until then, I guess. I do appreciate the fact that they did give a little bit more life to this section. With those extra student wizards. Because you never really find out what happened to them. So now I guess they're just kind of hanging out, waiting for their fair to happen. Okay, where am I going? Where am I going? What am I doing? a bit more clear. Is it like on one of these? Oh, it's that little house right there in the corner. It's like, let's go right in here.
Ah, good. The rise of the Destroyer should have a witness. Someone to go blind in the light of his glory. My fellows already imbued him with the power over fire, water, and wind. And I have given him all the power of the Ring of Dirt. There's only one ring left, the 5th ring, the oft-forgotten Ring of Guts. It's super important, though. It's what makes him a physical thing that can destroy, not just swirling energy. So, Ring of Guts, activate! Is it activating? I don't think it's activating. Lousy ring. Probably only works if you have working guts. Hey, you look alive. Wanna help me out here? Either you do it, or I'll make you do it.
Okay. Guts is actually a better name than Heart, I think, for the last ring. Because yeah, if you think about it, that's what the heart ring is supposed to represent anyways, if I remember correctly. It's supposed to be like love, courage, and that sort of thing. Which requires a lot of courage to do. So, guts makes sense. You know. To have the most lame ring. I never actually watched too much Captain Planet. Mostly just because I thought it was kind of lame from like the very beginning. Unfortunately, this is another... Oh.
Are you sure I can't convince you to help me create the Destroyer? Come on. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm not actually too familiar with all of the references, but I do understand the very basic premise of it.
Fine, fine. Sheesh, calm down. A simple no would have sufficed. And don't worry about all that energy. Without a body, it'll disperse on its own. Now, take the rings of dirt and guts and go. Do whatever you are going to do with them.
Yeah, thankfully it's not like referencing like one super specific episode, I don't think. No, that would have been like especially bad. Although I think it's probably just like referencing the Captain Pollution one. But then again, like, I actually don't know. Would it be considered a Captain Pollution reference? Because that one was like hate, oxen, and like other like stupid names. But those ones were like the actual like Planeteers reference. So I'm actually not sure if it was just like a general like version of it. Okay, let's see. All right, we're talking to her.
All the shopkeepers agreed to help us, and you stopped Angry Ghost from destroying the world? This is shaping up to be the best Then Fair ever. Oh, and you even have rings we can give out as prizes. Let's see. Dirt, fire, wind, water, and guts? Like actual guts? Neat. Let's just put that last one away. Thank you so much, Wizard. Make sure to visit the Then Fair when it's up and running.
Wait, so it actually summon like actual like physical guts? That actually sounds really cool. Like, that sounds really cool. It'd be like Spider-Man almost. Like, Ash instead of like those weird web shooters. You know, you'd have your little ring, you'd like aim it at somebody, then you'd just be like guts or whatever, and it would just like tangle them up in like 50 feet of intestine. Where do they come from though? Is it like a suck it out of like, oh, like a living person or something to do it? That would also be pretty metal. I don't know, it sounds like an SCP waiting to be written. If it doesn't already exist. let's see. We need to feed our pet some snacks, I think, for happiness. We can play as it for as long as we need to get this quest done, because Triton Avenue is a big place, and these things are spread pretty far apart, it looks like. So let's see. Can we uphold in the battles while we're our pet? I'm not gonna risk it. Although I am kind of curious where the Sergeant Skull Splitter quest is. If I'm remembering correctly, that one also gave us like a pretty good piece of gear, relatively speaking. Oh, I should also go and grab Heartsteel off of my other character. Here's one of them. Yeah, so it looks like they actually are going to be spread all the way across the entire street. That's kind of annoying. But yeah, I do have Heartsteel actually, so I have the best possible fame right now. I just need to actually go and grab it. If you don't know what Heartsteel is, it's a pretty overpowered thing, frankly speaking, because it gives you 5 universal resist, which means that I would go from being... I can't see my stats right now. I think I have like 15 right now. And that would put me up to 20-ish. And mind you, at this point in the game, you're not supposed to have any. So you're actually going to be way more tanky than you're supposed to be. And each like little bit would add up over time. Fairy book. I wonder if I switched over to my wizard if it would actually like have it pop up. Let's see, there's looking a little Kraken tile. So let's see. Yeah, so we need to find the very depth. Okay, so like earlier, Triton Avenue had like some sort of like epic music playing in the background. Now it's just back to like the regular Wizard City roaming music. Is that like a specific like thing for the quest? If so, that's kind of disappointing. Because it's actually pretty good. Which is why I was kind of confused, like I was like, this doesn't sound like Triton Avenue at all. It doesn't like feel like it. Then again, this doesn't look like Triton Avenue either. So this music doesn't fit it much either, because it used to look like this. And it kind of fits here because it would fit the aesthetic before, but nowadays it like doesn't work at all. Oh, that's weird. You can still hear them going even if you can't see them in classic mode. I do kind of miss the way that Wizard101 used to look. I do think it was kind of I think it had a kind of unique aesthetic. Was it? Oh, yeah, you can't be pulled in the battles as your pet. That's kind of not fun. Yeah, it's one of those situations where it's like, sure, this may technically like look better now, but it doesn't have the same amount of soul, you know? Like Bleach. The art style of Bleach changed a lot, if you're not familiar. And it was very drastic when you actually like look back on it, because early Bleach had like a very like specific style to it. And it made it stand out a lot, and it contributed a lot to the sort of charm of it originally. Then it ended up becoming kind of like a pretty boy manga. And it just kind of went off the rails a bit. Wizard101 is kind of a similar case, it seems like, where it's like the original version had a very nice and consistent aesthetic to it. And that added a lot of charm. But they decided just to change it to kind of make it look a little bit more generic overall. So yeah, I don't see it over here at all. So is it all the way back over at the entrance? Are all of them near by the entrance? Because I don't see it. Let's see. Okay, so there's apparently like a weird like issue where like they can't cross into water. Oh, they can. Maybe it's just like that little section over there, because when I turned to the pet, it looked like I got stuck on a ledge. So I was kind of confused and concerned that maybe I had just gotten stuck. Let's see. Where is this thing? Because we've already looked a pretty decent amount all over the place, so... Is it up near that tower? I don't know, I guess we'll have to teleport up and see. Which is another little fun fact, apparently a lot of people don't even like realize when they're first like going through Triton Avenue. Is it over here? It does not look like it, unless it's just like not popping in. I'm gonna have to actually like look it up and see what's happening with it. What? 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 Hello? Hello? Okay, so apparently Thanos just stepped the Infinity Gauntlet, and I guess my pet was one of the 50%. Because this just completely broke the game. Wait, what the heck? What is happening right now? Oh, this is a good bug report at least, because I have this live on stream. What is this? Guess we can inspect, we can cancel play, we can press. You must wait a moment to send another message. Wait, is that how it works from like a coding perspective? Ooh, interesting. So is it secretly sending the command through the chat system? Is that how it works? To like switch over to your pet? That's bizarre. Maybe feeding it will help. Okay, so we don't even have the option to dance anymore. It just straight up disappeared. Yeah. I guess the only option would be to like quit and like reset, because I can't click on any of these buttons. They're all grayed out. So I'm gonna have to quit this out and send it to King's House support. Be like, hey, what just happened? That is pretty cool though. If that actually is how it works. And this is also completely blank now, hopefully. Wait, hold on. That stopped the spinning, at least. Maybe turning off classic mode could maybe do something. That resets the areas. Nah. Okay, we just have to quit to the character selection screen. And I'll just have to keep in mind and make a note of what just happened there. So yeah. Yeah, so that just completely broke the game. That's like actually like a game-breaking bug I just found. And I still do not know where this deck is. Yeah, it seems like that could actually be like a bigger issue in the future too. Like, you know, if you're playing as a pet and you go through certain teleporters, it could actually like sort of soft lock your game. Oh, that's right, when we reset we also switched back to a more populated realm. I just switched over from originally because I do not want people to like say anything wild while I'm in here. So we'll just switch over to a less crowded one. I don't know, I guess Phoenix. Phoenix is usually pretty empty. You know, I'm just gonna Google where to find this thing. Because for the life of me, I cannot find it. Wait. It has a quest marker now. It didn't before. Is that a bug? Where'd that quest markers? I wasn't even looking at that section anymore. Man, I do not know what's happening with Wizard101 recently, but a lot of these updates just seem to have completely messed up how it's supposed to work. Let me see, let me see. Okay, so we're already close to 4. I think what I'll do is I'll string until maybe 5, although that depends. That depends on a lot of factors. Alright, cool. So, I'll just need to remember to clip out that little section and send it over to King's Isle. Because that's a pretty big deal. Like, that wasn't like some small minor thing either. That's something that could potentially break the game. Because if it didn't allow me to, quit, that's potentially something you'd have to straight up close the game in like Task Manager or something. And if it was worse than that, I could straight up glitch out your character. That's usually how those sorts of things work. So thankfully we were able to figure out how to do it, and we also got a little bit of info on what was happening there. Because whenever we tried clicking the different things, it would do different things. And dancing is back. So yeah, that was definitely 100% a glitch. That dancing disappeared. So it looks like what it did was it switched back over to like our normal character. Then, if the dancing disappeared, but our character was invisible and we could move them.
Thanks, Wizard. It would have been hard to replace these. I hope I get to work with you again, just under less apocalyptic circumstances.
That was very bizarre, but thankfully it wasn't too big of a deal, it looks like. So yeah, we're now officially done with the 3 streets, it looks like. Oh wait, no, never mind, there are still all the side quests on Firecat Alley. I'm bad. I forgot I wanted to do those too. Yeah, so there's that new crazy cat lady quest, and there's apparently some other ones too. So we'll just go do those real quick. So yeah, it looks like by the time we get to like round 5, which is when I'm probably gonna end the stream, it's going to be done with Firecat Alley and maybe Lord Nightshade. So that would be all of the actual main quest line of Wizard City done. Then it would just be Colossus Boulevard. Of course, I'm also planning on streaming later tonight. This is kind of an impromptu thing that just sort of happened. Oh, is this the only side quest?
Oh, sorry. You startled me. I'm just so worried about my precious fire kitties. A crazed fire elf opened my door and they ran outside.
That almost sounded glitched. That was such a bizarre reading of the line. It may have very well been like an audio issue.
Being kittens, they just couldn't pass up the opportunity to get out and explore, but they're too young to find their way back home. Please, Wizard, this street is too dangerous right now for them to be out on their own. Do you have it in your heart to look for my fire kittens? You will? Bahooga! Oh, thank you! There are 5 missing fire kittens. You'll recognize them by their collars. Please hurry!
Okay. So, no, apparently that was maybe just whatever noise this voice actor was capable of producing. Oh yeah, it also turned off classic mode again. Nice. I just realized it went back from classic mode to this. Let's see. Where are these things? Alright, there's this one. It says I rescued one of them, but I already rocked over this one. So I'm not entirely sure why it would have already given me 5. I have to apparently have activated them, which I didn't. I don't know. This entire section just seems a little bit broken. Oh, and Lizzo has a new side quest too. What do you got?
Hey, newbie, or should I say hero of Firecat Alley? Uh-huh. I see you. I mean, you even managed to correct Alicane's pitchy singing. We're all set to resume rehearsals for Firecat, the musical. except for one gigantic undead stinger-sized problem. In the middle of all the confusion earlier, I was accosted by a banshee named Malwina Smite, violently demanding a role in the play. She screamed that she wasn't leaving without our part. Then the crazy banshee knocked the orange juice I was drinking right out of my hand. I was so flustered I said the first words that popped into my head. Thankfully it worked. She left, scream singing back to her forlorn tower. Now I either have to write a part for something called a Juicicle Cat or face Melowina's wrath when I tell her she's not in the play. Unless she might be less inclined to start a fight if someone with your reputation delivers the bad news. You'll do it? Thanks!
Man, they really did change a lot of this quest. Very cool. One of the fire kits is over here. Yeah, they really did completely change the vibe of early Wizard City like this. I mean, I guess I can't say like it's like super bad. Like the cringe isn't like too far out there like Mirage was. But it still is very different.
Focus, Melina. Be the Juicicle. From the top. Juicicle do, and Juicicle can. Juicicle can, and Juicicle do. Intruder! How dare you! I'll have you know, I've recently been cast as a major role in a very prestigious local theater production. Why are you interrupting rehearsals? There's no role for me? But Lizzo said she made up the character so I'd stop harassing her? And she sent you here so I couldn't get violent? I see that Lizzo was wrong for lying to me, just as I see that she was also wrong about me not getting violent. Come here!
Okay. Yeah. Not too bad overall. I think the biggest issue is that this feels more like something you'd see in like a children's cartoon rather than like an actual like world people would live in. Like before it didn't really like make sense that there were like all these undead, like legendary undead, like just like lying around doing stuff in Wizard City. But at the very least it actually had like the theme of it being like, oh yeah, Wizard City is like under attack from an army of undead because of Malastare, right? This one more feels like now it's like, oh yeah, you know, like, it's like a one-off episode. Like, oh yeah, now we're dealing with the singing banshee, whatever. Like I said, it's not like too bad because I feel like even if this was like a children's cartoon, it would actually be like a pretty good episode or something. It's just the fact that you're playing through it in like your wizard game, right? It's just a different experience. And it's like those people who are like Dungeons and Dragons or like other role-playing games. Or like, if they're like railroading you too much, you're like, well at that point just write a book. Because like the story can be really good, but it's like, you know, just write a book. And in this case it'd be like, yeah, just write a children's cartoon. You know, like it works well. Like within that context. But it's not really like what I associate with like Wizard101. And I feel it kind of gives an inaccurate representation unless they are actually planning on taking so much development time away from places where like they could actually be like fixing these sorts of like bugs and stuff. And they're taking it away to write out potentially like all of Arc 1 again to make it more of mine, the sort of like random cartoon stuff.
I don't want that stupid part in that stupid play with those stupid fire elves anyway! Juicicle Cat! He's so stupid!
Yeah. Like I said, this is Not bad, actually. It's just not Wizard101, I don't think.
Hey, Wiz! How'd Melwina take the news? She said the part was stupid. And attacked you? I'm so sorry. At least she's out of her hair now. To be honest, she's right about the part being stupid. It was the best name I could conjure up on the spot. Guess we gotta blame it on my juice. Thanks for your help, newbie. I could tell you're gonna be a star around here. Now go on, dust your shoulders off. Keep it moving.
Alright, there we go. Oh, Shells also has a quest. Is it still his harpsichord, or is it going to be something different?
Could I beg your help again, Wizard? After I went home to hide the strongbox you rescued, my house was looted.
Oh,
Not
early
once,
wheelie stream?
not
Hi, Tappy.
twice, but
Yeah, welcome.
thrice.
I keep streaming late at night, hoping that it would be quiet, but, sadly, unfortunately, it seems like it's becoming a trend that where everyone is just, like, waking up at, like, 3:30 a.m., so I'm trying out this time instead to see how well it works.
As a relic stealer, I had set out several rare and immensely valuable items I'd hoped to sell to the crowds coming in for the fire festival.
But yeah, I am definitely also planning on streaming later tonight as well, so this is going to be a 2-stream day. This is mostly just to test out the time slot. If not, I'll just do like 1 stream a day at this time. Because it is working out pretty well right now. So, yeah.
Just when I thought I was safe inside my home, haunted minions broke in. Mercifully, they were distracted by the shininess of the Emberstone ring.
Yeah, I'm going to do 2 streams today, mostly because I made a little less progress than I actually wanted to in the last night's stream, despite doing it for like 7 hours, so I'm just coming back through right now and kind of finishing up all the stuff I couldn't do then. So hopefully I'll be able to actually like move on to like a significant amount in the story when I stream later on tonight.
I hope it's not crude to say, but that ring was supposed to pay my mortgage. Please, Wizard, get the Emberstone ring back for me.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. How are you doing? I'm sure you have a stream that you're also going to be doing sooner or later. Yeah. So I was saying before, these new side quests are kind of okay. I just think like they completely changed the vibe of Wizard101. You know, they just kind of feel like random one-off cartoon episodes more than like a cohesive plot or like a setup for the world. Yeah. Although I have to admit, this rescue fire kitty quest would be kind of cute, I guess, if someone was actually like in the cats. Oh, yeah, just getting ready for the day? Yeah, nice to hear. You know, it's a lot of work, you know, setting up for it. Yeah, these things are, like, kind of cute looking, I guess. But yeah. I did this pretty much immediately after waking up. I didn't even bother taking time to get ready. I just decided that I was gonna try to do my best to finish these side quests and this street so I could get over to the next stuff. It's all the way over here, apparently. In the meantime, I actually am also trying to finish it up so I actually can go to other people's streams and stuff. You know, I have a lot I could potentially do today as well. But this is a good time to test it out. I might need to just figure out what time works best and just shift my entire schedule around that. Because I have art. I have an art project I want to get started on. Oh yeah, look at these things. I don't think cats are cute personally, but those things seem like they'd be a good addition for the more normal people who are into those kinds of things. Let's see. What else do we have to do? Yeah, so it looks like these are the last 2 quests on the street. So thankfully I should be able to just do this and then just do Lord Nightshade. And then that's technically the main questline in Wizard City. I might even make it to Colossus Boulevard in this stream. Wait, what? Oh no, the quest glitch. Oh, that's disappointing. Yeah, because it said I had rescued 1 out of 5 when I started the quest. Oh man, they really did rush out this section, didn't they? Okay, set a big lag spike there, but man, they... Ah, that's disappointing. Yeah, no, this really does feel super rushed. We're doing this first-time user experience update, I knew about that, but it seems like a lot of stuff managed to make it through from test realm to the live realm. You know, we had that game-breaking bug earlier, then we had, this weird quest breaking. And we also had all those voice actors who weren't lined up properly. Yeah, this is just, it really does sort of feel like a rushed out mess. Alright, well, let's see what happens if we actually try to go over and do it. Hopefully it doesn't, like, just straight up crash the game if I actually try to, like, pick it up. Or whatever it is. It's showing a collar now. Oh. There's a collar here. It actually is like a collar. So I guess it's not glitched. Oh, I guess it has a second part. Oh, you have to find out what happened to the last one. He sounds very confused there for a second. Maybe it was just like a poorly decided thing, because it does seem like what they did was they made it so that it shows that you already collected one, because one of them isn't obtainable in that, so instead it just says 1 out of 5. When they should have just done it showing you up, getting up to the 4, and then you get the collar for the last one. Yeah. It might not be a glitch then, it's probably just like a sort of very small oversight. Or there's a very bizarre way of implementing it. Yeah, so we have to beat these things and get his ring. And I'm not sure if we're going to still have to do like the harpsichord quest. The harpsichord is infamous. I don't know why they removed it. It was sort of like a badge of honor to have gone through and know what the harpsichord is. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to grab. Oh, but yeah. So far, I'd say this is going pretty well. Like a minute before I was actually about to start streaming, a mailman came and dropped off something, so my dogs started barking super loud. So it could potentially get loud, like something happens outside my house, because it is like the middle of the day right now. It could get super loud, but this time slot does seem to be working out pretty well overall.
My fire kittens! 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, where's Charo? You only found her collar? I knew this was gonna happen. Charo's been catnapped. And I know who did it. My dirty, rotten scoundrel of a sister, Bernice. She's been stealing from me since the day she was born.
For as bizarre as this is, it actually is, again, very well voice acted. Like, the voice actors are doing a good job.
She lives in a tastelessly decorated house up the street from mine with her blockhead husband Larry, whom she stole from me 40 years ago. Gallant young wizard, will you do this old woman a favor and rescue my dear little Charo from my repugnant sister and her stooge of a husband?
Sure, why not? I'll go beat up your sister. That's what we do. You know, we're just a thug who gets sicked on other people. We solve their problems. Apparently that's all we're good for, despite us being like, I don't know, like 10, 12, or somewhere around like kid age. But we're a very strong 10 or 12-year-old. Mentioning before, but it really is sort of like a Mob Psycho 100 situation. Where we're just like randomly super strong and like a child in like a world full of like adults and other people who are really strong. We're just like better than everyone, and so we spend all of our time just going around beating people up for them.
Larry, you blockhead! You bought fancy security elementals who have destroyed my living room, but didn't lock the stinking door?
Oh, oops. Don't I get credit for braving the Fire Elf pandemonium to steal you that fire kitten in the first place?
Wait a minute. They actually stole it? Oh wow, that's a twist. Talk about subverting your audience's expectations. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, because she's the crazy cat lady, right? Like they didn't actually steal it. But no, turns out he just straight up admitted that that's exactly what they did.
She's in crackers, Larry. Write out a formal confession, why don't ya?
Oh, okay. I can do that, dear. Where do we keep the paper?
Oh, for the love of... This is my fire kitten. Just get rid of the stinking wizard already, you slack-jawed jackanape.
What the heck? She just like switched over from like vaguely sounding like an adult to like the youngness of the voice actor started slipping out there towards the end.
Yes, dear. You heard the lady at the house, meathead. We ain't giving Eleanor's fire kitty back. So get out or get hurt.
I don't know why they're talking like New Yorkers, but okay. So yeah, I was not expecting Bernice to actually be evil. That's a nice little change of pace. I have to admit, I do like this mod. They didn't used to have little men in it before. The closest they have is Prospector Zeke, which looks like this is just like a rework of that model. But I have to admit, I do like how it looks. It does look very well done. So cool. Yeah, I've gotta say, this again would just be like a better cartoon, I think. You know, Wizard101 used to have a somewhat serious tone. These are all like good, like children cartoons episodes. But we're talking about setting up like the storyline. Because like we're chasing down a guy who's like trying to like destroy the universe, right? Not trying to destroy the universe, but is going to destroy the universe. If like he keeps going. So it's pretty concerning, you know, that there's just like this complete like lack of like tone.
I give up. You win.
And we're like switching over like there's like completely random like cartoon episode plots.
Larry, you loser! This is why I can't have nice things. Go outside and think about how terrible you are.
Seeing this screenshot floating around in this line, and I have to admit it is a really good one. Oh, poor Larry. Man, he needs to just like leave her behind.
But yes, dear. Sorry, dear.
As for you, give Eleanor her fire kitten back. The silly thing won't even come when you call its name.
Oh, okay. I didn't even need to grab it. Just like, I don't know, teleport it into my bag or something. Because magic. You know, we're wizards. We could do that, I think. As for how much we can actually do, it's never made actually very clear. Like, Apparently we can use like levitation magic to like fix bridges and stuff. That's kind of when I go through like the Spiral Compendium, just talk about like all like the weird magic lore.
Charo! My sweet and spicy little baby wavy. Thank you so much for bringing her home, Wizard. Tell me, how mad did Bernice get? That'll teach her to send her beautiful clod of a husband to do her dirty work. My fire kittens and I are forever in your debt, friend.
What the heck? Why did it continue playing for so long? Why didn't it have like a dialogue box? Again, maybe a glitch, maybe not. This entire section is just confusing. I can't tell if it's like a bug or if it's a feature. Like 90% of this stuff. Yeah, but who needs to do actual magic when you have cards? You know, who needs to be able to turn lead into gold or anything when you can play Yu-Gi-Oh?
You got the Emberstone ring back! You've really saved my bacon, my new friend. Any chance you'd be willing to do a lowly merchant another favor? As I was repairing the door, those insufferable haunted minions broke down. A clatter of skeletal warriors forced their way inside my house. I chased them out, but only after one of the bony bandits swiped an ancient Mushuian sword from my collection, called the Spirit of Mukugawa.
Oh cool, they actually kept the Spirit of Mukugawa in the name.
When a sword has a name, you know it's valuable. Please, Wizard, will you recover the Spirit of Mukugawa from the skeletal warriors?
Sure. That's like one of the very few things I actually kept. We haven't done the harpsichord, we haven't done any of that, so yeah, pretty cool. At least got that. I guess it's because they didn't want to have to try to come up with another Mushu pun. Maybe they just decided, you know, the Spirit of Mukugawa was too good of a name to pass up from using a second time. Place everything else, but just keep that. I actually forget the order of spells. I think at level 12 is when we're going to get Balance Blade, which would be very nice to actually get because Colossus Boulevard, I think we're not going to do enough damage there to really like make it easy at least. So it would be kind of nice to finally get the actual Balance Blade and just relying on this item card for my pet. Yeah, maybe I really need to work on my posture or something. Because my neck is killing me again already. Well, I need to start doing workouts again. So I can strengthen my back muscles. I'm slouching. Yeah, I still cannot get over it.
The Spirit of Mukugawa is no display piece. It was forged for combat. Take it. Just please don't let that fleshy fool squander its destiny.
Okay, interesting. So yeah, we actually managed to get it first try. That thing used to take like at least like 8 on average to be able to get it, so that one at least had an increased drop rate, it looks like. Really is a hit or miss with a lot of those quests. Because like one of them also had a pretty bad drop rate. So it's not like they updated all of them, I don't think.
The Spirit of Mukugawa! Thank you, Wizard. Oh, there's a huge gouge in the blade. I'll be lucky to get 100 gold pieces for this now. Oh well, something's better than nothing, I suppose. Now, the relic I want back the most is worth 1,000 Spirit of Mukugawas. Just as I put the final nail into my repaired front door, the most disgusting creature I've ever seen came crashing in through a window. Then I realized I recognized the horrid monster. Rather, I recognized who he used to be. The spiral-renowned thief, James Annalita. James paid for his life of crime with a sentence of death, only to continue his thieving ways in the underworld under the moniker Worm guts.
That name sounds very familiar. I feel like that's a reference to like a real-life person, but I do not know who it was, and I just tried to Google it real quick on my phone. I can't find anything. I'll have to look it up later.
But Worm Guts has returned to the land of the living, and he came for the relic that cost him his life. The Sleeper's timepiece.
How did you get it? Because you're just a lowly merchant. You said it yourself. How do you keep getting your hands on all these really fancy things?
I chased him to a tower down the way, but I was no match for Wormguts and his undead minions. Could you retrieve the Sleeper's timepiece?
This guy's sus. Like, before he was like a normal, like, average merchant. But like now he actually has like really important stuff. Because like before, you know, he was kind of competent seeming. But now he's acting so dumb and incompetent that you have to question. What's he really up to? How is he getting his hands on all these things? Is he the new final boss? Of a new world? Is he actually a Cabal member? We don't know. And he very well could be any of those things.
What's this? Did that coward shell us and a child to fight his battles? Wait, you're a wizard child, no? Perhaps we can help one another. The Sleeper's timepiece allows its owner to control the nightmares of others. But I've been unable to master its enchantment. Care to team up?
I'm looking at this guy keeps reminding me that I have to keep adjusting my posture.
No? So be it. It's your funeral. But I warn you, I don't think you're going to like the underworld very much. Minions, attack!
I like how they added a little flower for him. It's a cool, like, little neat addition. Little zombie characters. Let's see. This one could actually be a little bit difficult, so I'm gonna just do my best. Because he has a lot of HP, and he also has a minion with a lot of HP. Thankfully we have heals, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's see. I guess we'll actually deal with it first. Because he potentially has access to 2 and 3 pip spells. Because I think the minion would only have access to 1 pip spells. So dealing with him first might actually prevent us from taking more damage. So precision into a ghoul, which the drain should heal us back a decent amount. No man, I can't stop yawning. No, that's the downside of starting immediately after waking up. I haven't even had my coffee or anything. I kind of woke up at the start too. Like I was just like laying in my bed, and then I woke up again. And then I realized that it was probably a bit later, and so when I checked my phone I realized it was like 2:30. And then I was like, okay, now I have to get up and at least try. To try out this time. Because I wasn't entirely sure about doing it last night, but after thinking about it a little bit I decided, yeah, it's a good chance to try out this time slot. Thankfully, I did manage to wake up enough work. I don't think too much of like my immediately after waking up voice got leaked onto the internet yet, which is nice. You know, I don't want people to hear what I sound like after I first wake up, because it's a very different experience, I think. It might be a bit too drastic. But maybe if I ever do a sleeping stream, people actually will hear it. I'm not against the idea of doing like stupid meme streams, like just the sleeping one where I'm just like muted the entire time. I'm just like asleep at my desk.
The sleeper's timepiece was the death of me once. I don't need it ruining my afterlife too. Just pray Shillis never discovers its true value.
Yeah, even something like that, I think I could actually do it if I ever do like the Mega Man X3 endurance stream. Where like I try to just beat it in like one go. Or like instead of like just like staying up like for like 72 hours trying to beat it, instead I just like I just like sleep at my desk in between. That sounds like it would be kind of fun actually. But yeah. That would require a decent amount more setup and practice, I think, before I could actually do that.
You got the sleeper's timepiece back! Thank goodness Wormguts wasn't able to unlock its powers. Its value decreases with every use. Not that I'd ever sell this beauty. Of course, I might not understand its magic, but I do understand how dangerous it is. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done, Wizard. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go buy the biggest, heaviest safe I can find.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that's we got the 3 Street Savior badge. So yeah, that should be all of them. Yeah, cool. So we managed to finish up Firecat Alley, and now it looks like we really will have enough time to do Lord Nightshade. So yeah, that'll be Wizard City, technically. We have Colossus Boulevard that's left, which we're going to do too. But I feel like we could save it for next time. Later tonight. Where I go into Colossus Boulevard for the first time, and then head into Krakatopia. Similar. Oh wow. That is a really cool piece of artwork they made. Ooh, yeah, that's very nice. I like the little animated effects on it. It's very simple, though. Like, even I could make that effect. Got the lightning one, though. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I'm not exactly sure which one that is. I could replicate it, I think.
Caves and unleash the undead. Why? Deranged as he's become, I can't believe chaos is his only ambition. He was always dedicated to his wife, Sylvia. When illness claimed her, his devotion led him to delve into terrible rituals to restore her to life.
Wait a minute, no, we already know why he did it. He did it so that way he could slow down the people in Wizard City so that nobody would be able to come after him. Or at the very least delay them while he is busy doing all the other stuff. That's how it was originally written, but apparently they're trying to, like, I don't know, maybe give it, like, more context.
I forbade him. He ignored me and destroyed the Death School in his folly. Now he seeks the Order of the Fang, a lost sect with their own secrets. We must learn why. There is a being who sees through time with the eyes of history and the future, gifted him by the grandmother of ravens. But his eye of history was stolen some time past, and without it, his vision is limited and his memory addled. Alas, we haven't any other choice. So come with me, wizard, to Ravenwood. I have a very important task for you today, young wizard. Your studies will have to wait. You've done such a great job elsewhere. I could use your magic on Colossus Boulevard. I had to lock the gate because the street had become too dangerous. Professor Greyrose summoned an army to run out the ghosts. Something must have gone very wrong with her spell. The gate guard, Private O'Doyle, can tell you more. Please find him in the shopping district and see if he needs help.
Okay, cool. So we got the Colossus Boulevard quest, but originally it was us taking a potion to Bartleby so we could rub him like pour it on his roots so that way he'd feel better. But no, I guess now we're actually going to be talking to him, which is nice. That's actually very important. That's actually a very good change. I wonder what he's going to say.
Wizard, once upon a time there was the first world, inhabited by primal beings and 3 terrible titans.
Okay, yeah, this is actually very good, because this actually gets brought up later on in Arc 3, so it's very nice that they're actually giving us context now, because the Arc 3 thing kind of happened out of nowhere.
When the feuding titans shattered their world, the primal tree and Grandmother Raven sang the song of creation, and wove its fragments together into the spiral. This is one of those primal beings, Bartleby, the grandfather of trees. He guided me to bring you here, and it's his insight we seek now.
My sight is not what it once was. My gaze has turned foul and my memory is fading. You must find the one from the world without magic.
This is that one, Bartleby. Oh dear. You see, Wizard, he can't stay with us. His mind is lost in time, in the past and the future.
Beware the spiders, fire rings, the alligator, eats the stars. Malistaire, if you take my eye, my gaze will turn foul, and your spirit rotten.
Willow spider, fire rings, the alligator eats stars. They keep referencing the alligator. So, yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if that's actually going to be like a big thing in Arc 4.
Malistaire stole the eye of history? Of course! And this repeated bit about a gaze turning foul. There was once a spectre named Foulgaze. He often haunted Sapphira's tower in Old Town. Perhaps his patterns haven't changed. You must investigate it once.
Okay, so that's nice. But yeah. The star alligator, another very interesting bit. Who knows, maybe it was even brought up in Lemuria. I don't know. I haven't played the test realm yet, or seen any of the spoilers for it, beyond like the spells. But yeah, the star alligator is another very weird bit of Wizard101 lore, where there's just a giant alligator in space that just eats things. It's like Galactus, but an alligator. Galactus? Galactigator? I'm gonna call it the Galactigator. But yeah. The Galactigator is just like something that gets referenced a few times. And it's been brought up a lot more recently. So, maybe it's actually gonna have like plot significance. But yeah. The Spiral Compendium. We need to go through that at some point.
On the trail of the Order of the Fang, Part 2. Still looking for the Order of the Fang. How I did not find the Order of the Fang useless. Who are you? Oh, you're the one that dealt with the Harvest Lord, the Banshee and the Bunny. I was hoping to meet you. I enjoy a challenge. Take a good look, wizard, because this foul gaze will be your last.
Oh, they actually gave me even better dialogue. Nice. Yeah, so it mostly depends on how they actually decide to approach it. I mean, some of the stuff is good, some of the stuff is bad, and some of the stuff is just like okay, but like not like Wizard101. Ah, I just adjusted in my seat and my collarbone cracked for some reason. Yeah, I am pretty out of it as far as like my body is concerned. I'm still pretty much ready to go to sleep whenever. Starting this immediately after, you know, doing a super long Wizard101 stream. It was a mistake to just immediately jump on this one. But I will keep going. Mostly because there's only about 30 minutes left, so we've already been going for like an hour and a half. No reason to stop now with that mind. So. I do have to say, they really did make a lot of the spells look good. The only one I actually have an issue with is Scarab. I mentioned it before, but it's just because they made him invisible for some reason. I do like a lot of the new models, and I do like the way New Wizard City looks. It took a pretty decent amount of time for me to like adjust mentally to it. Because it's like, it's very different from how it used to look. And I do like the way it used to look. Probably a little bit better. But yeah, even this sort of works. Because, you know, a lot of the models, they did do a good job. Even if there's like slight graphical issues on like the textures. Alright, there we go. I finished the last of my trip. So now I'm hopefully.
While you were busy playing with elves and bunnies, I found every book on the Order of the Fang and sent them to my master.
Yeah, so hopefully I'm just gonna be able to finish this without like being too affected by thirst.
The useful ones, anyway. What? No, not Malastare. I don't serve Malastare. I serve Lord Nightshade, Keeper of the Darkness. He serves Malastare. And he rules even now from the place of our banishment, the hub of our new undead kingdom, the Haunted Cave. You know, the one I tried. It's ours.
Yeah, you work for the middle manager. I wonder how Lord Nightshade feels about that. You know, he used to apparently be like a big deal. It has to be a little bit embarrassing, you know, being some big, mean, nasty wraith, and then just having some young upstart walk into your house, basically, and be like, oh yeah, by the way, work for me now. Let's see. I need to walk all the way over to Galvanost. I'm glad they added this teleporter, because this used to be one of the most tedious walks in existence. Like 5 minutes each way, and you had to do it like 4 times, including like all the side quests.
Jeepers, don't sneak up on people like that. Don't you know this cave is haunted?
This is supposed to be a Velma reference. She was like in here earlier, and I was kind of like wondering who it was. But Jeepers in that voice and those glasses and the hair, this is 100% gonna be a Scooby-Doo reference. Although I do have to say, I am still mad, because apparently these are now in like the game files, right? I want these robes so bad. I want this outfit. It's so cool. But it still hasn't been added in yet.
Isn't this place just wowzer? I heard all the seals were broken, and I had to finally see what kind of ghosts are in here. I read books on these caves. All the books in the library, actually. But nothing makes history come alive more than really seeing the ghosts. Did you come here out of intellectual curiosity too? Oh, Lord Nightshade. I've heard of him. Mean guy. He lives in that big tower down the way.
Yeah, they did make these gloves super duper thick though. And ever since they made the hands smaller, it doesn't really fit as well.
Well, I say lives. Doesn't live. He's dead. He unlives in the tower. If you go fight him and survive, can you bring me a souvenir? Ooh, or ask him about the realms of the dead, like the underworld, or Nightside, or Tartarus. I'm super curious. I bet they're nice.
Yeah, if the hands were a little bit blockier, it would have worked a little bit better. But they decided to update all the character models. So now those gloves just look a bit too big when I'm actually like looking at them up close. That's monstrology, that's gardening, but this is the new spell we're looking for.
Greetings, young wizard. I sense it is time for you to take a new step in your learning. Come and speak with me at once.
young wizard. Come see me at the Storm Mill on Triton Avenue.
So, you feel you are ready for your next quest. Jolly good. To gain the spell will not be easy, but you will be greatly rewarded. In order to test your skills, you will need to demonstrate them in the towers of Fire, Ice, and Storm. Return with a fire feather, an ice shard, and a storm scale. Be warned, this is not an easy task and will require lots of mana. Toodles!
You feel electricity build in the air.
Yeah, thankfully it's not too big of a deal to fight these guys. They are pretty weak and they're only one of them at a time. So all things considered, this quest is a little bit interesting. Although it does kind of bother me how long a lot of these spell quests are in Arc 1, because they are generally shortened than like Arc 2, if I'm remembering correctly. It just generally adds a lot of time to the overall experience. It's not like I'm in like a super big rush to end at like 5 though. Like I was at 6 AM before. It's just more of a convenience thing. That's about the time I'm end. I'm gonna get the spell McDougal Nightshade, so I think I should be able to do the final round 5. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. Okay. Oh cool, we got the Windrunners. Which sounds like a really cool piece of gear, because it sounds like it's like, oh, you know, like a walk speed increase
You
thing.
feel a cold wind fill the room, as if from the giants themselves.
You know, you'd think something called like Windrunners would be like, oh, you know, you get like a speed increase whenever you repair them. But no, unfortunately, that's not the case. Oh, he's going for building up pips. Interesting. Okay, so let's go for the drain immediately. Oh. I need to probably turn off notifications on my phone, because those sound pretty loud. I think I'll do that right now. If I can find out where it is. Notifications. I guess turn it on to Do Not Disturb. Cool. Okay, so hopefully I won't be getting any more notifications. Yeah, I follow a lot of people on Twitch now. That's the main thing I get notifications from nowadays. Speaking of which, there's so many streamers I want to watch, but now I have so many. How do I choose between just one? I occasionally try to watch like 2 or 3 at a time. Man, even that's especially difficult.
You feel a wave of heat pass through you.
Oh well. I continue to deal with it. In the meantime, though, I also have to consider balancing out myself. Thankfully, I think a lot of the people I watch most consistently stream a little bit later in the day than I do. Even if I start out like this time, I mean, I stream later than everyone else I've ever seen. Oh, my other streams have been at like, what, like 2 AM? Like, up to like 6 AM? So yeah. I stream pretty late usually, but if I switch over to here, I'll actually stream a bit earlier than most people. At least out of the ones I follow. I also have to account for like things like time zones and stuff. Once this is over, I guess I'm gonna have to grab some coffee, or maybe just take a quick nap or something, so I can get some energy back. And then I can throw myself into my art practice and stuff. Yeah, streaming art might be a good thing. To try out. There's not much to, like, show off or anything. Because I'm not very good. I guess it could be kind of interesting just to, like, as like a progression series. It's like, oh yeah, you know, watch me get better at it. But I'm not sure how much people would actually be interested in something like that.
You have delivered all 3 of the requested items, thus proving your mastery. You are almost done with your quest. Now, to finish your quest for your spell, you will need to travel to Triton Avenue with the reagents you have collected. There you will learn your power words. Once you are nearby the upper level teleporter, you will be able to summon your balance minion.
Very nice. So again, this is a bit of a walk. Just going all the way back over to Triton Avenue. They never included teleporters in the actual Wizard City itself, which is a little bit weird. Because they added them to all the 3 streets, but it'd be kind of cool if they could, like, teleport you over to Old Town. Some way. It'd be very convenient. As it stands now, though, I guess we'll just have to deal. Okay, so if I am remembering correctly, this is Balance Blade. In which case, we're about to get the most important card in the entire playthrough here now. Because everything that we're going to be doing will depend on... Oh, right, Silver Sunblade. I'm not going to count Crab Alley in this. I might end up doing it in the stream later tonight, because I completely forgot it even existed. So I might just end up doing it at the same time as Colossus Boulevard.
You notice something strange up ahead.
Oh. Gotta back up a little. So we can see.
Greetings. I am Priya, here to serve you. To know balance, you must learn from the nature of trees.
So, this is just straight up off of the off of the cliff.
Wood can be strong like a towering oak, but when the need arises, it can gracefully bend in the wind to avoid breaking.
I don't know, maybe the fallen leaves are like part of her, like that, like Diglett, like you're having like dirt underneath it.
Trees may not be as strong as rock, but through time we can use our roots to break the heartiest of rock. Study what you see in nature and use it in your life. Be true and learn the lessons of nature. Now go and speak these words only unto your mentor. Mina Koreo Jarjuka.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe it's just a Diglett situation. Okay. Nothing else up. They said it was convenient to teleport. Over you, Dorm, just to get back here quickly.
So, you were able to gather the power words from your minion? Jolly good. I would wager your minion was great and powerful.
It was a tree, so maybe?
As you speak the words, the reagents begin to glow, turning into the shape of a spell card.
Yep, we got a limited edition.
Yes, you've done it. Good job.
Balance Blade, yep.
Is a very powerful spell. Use it for good and it will serve you well.
So this is the #1 spell that we need in order to make this playthrough work. Very nice. So we'll just take out all of our extra spells, because who needs accuracy when you can do damage, right? So anyways, this will also increase the efficiency of our drains, because until we start getting power pips consistently, it'd probably be smarter to just use Ghoul over Scorpion. Speaking of, what is our power pip chance right now? 12%.
You truly think to face me, wizard? Do you have any concept of what I am? No mere ghost lost in the ether. I am darkness, king of the dead, lord of the night side, master of the things in the dark which float and scream. And now you have the honor of becoming one of my subjects.
Yeah, and like manager for Malastare, so that's super impressive. Oh, I forgot to grab the book from Falgaze's tower. Whoops. Saphira's tower, I guess that's what it's technically called. Oh, that's disappointing. I just remember when I saw that book. Yeah, I guess I can make time for that and just do it on stream. Just so that way we can have that last little bit of allure being shown before we complete the quest. Oh wow. These things are tanky. I forgot how much health I actually had when you're trying to do it solo for the first time. Hopefully I'll have enough cards to do it. In which case I might have to just beat them up like this. And then just teleport back out, and then come back and just fight Lord Nightshade on my own. Or on his own. Alright, cool. So we managed to avoid getting hit with a Storm Shark. Ooh, that's disappointing. This is a waste of a power pip. But we do want that thing gone, and we're gonna lose the terrain, so kinda have to. Alright, cool, there we go. 221, 110 health back. That's a pretty significant amount. But yeah. I do kind of like what they did with his voice, at least. His dialogue is a little bit better than how it used to be. I'll just do it on a bounce blade now to get the maximum effect out of my Scorpion, and then I'll have another 2 pips next turn to... Not next turn, the turn after, which should allow me to be able to Ghoul immediately. So that's fine. Yeah, I might not have enough damage. It depends on how high the Scorpion rolls, I think. Let's see. 282. Definitely not the best it could have been. That's like a third of his health, though. Yeesh. Yeah, that's only like a third. Let's see. So I have this drain and I have an extra heal in my hand, so if it came down to it, I could hypothetically stay alive. It's just, I'm not sure if I can actually do enough damage to it. Oh, and he resists death, I forgot about that. Yeah, most Arc 1 enemies really don't do that. So is he boosted on by life? Let's check. He resists death. Yeah, it looks like I won't have enough. It boosted up to a 99, but it didn't do enough damage. Oh, wait, maybe. 221, so as long as I don't get minimum damage rolls, this should go. 88? Yeah, no. It rolled like the absolute weakest one. Oh, yeah, and he gold. Yeah, it's impossible at this point. Alright, we gotta flee. So we're gonna need to grab potion, heal, and then head back. Let's see. Yeah. I guess I could add another Ghoul or another Scorpion in, since I am starting to get power pips somewhat consistently. Yeah, the issue is that if you got just too many cards, you eventually end up just clogging up your hand. But I guess we'll just hit him with whatever we can. So, that shouldn't happen again. Yeah, that was close though. If he hadn't healed and I had gotten maximum damage rolls there, I should have won pretty easily. In Arc 1, you're definitely way more heavily relying on the RNG aspect of the game. Thankfully though, it looks like we actually will finish Wizard City. At least the main quest line of it. Right exactly at 5 o'clock. It's only about 10 minutes left, so that's gonna be nice. This is catching up on the stuff that I wanted to do last night, and then I think tonight's stream will be catching up on all the extra side content. And then I think it'll be our 4th stream where we officially start going through Crocotopia for it. Fourth stream, 3rd day. I mean, so we should make it through about probably halfway through Crocotopia. That's what I think. Yeah, I'm guessing like Arc 1 will probably take us like a week and a half or two. Just based on the speed I've been going. Oops, and I forgot. He's still resistant to death. I would have been better off just using 2 scarabs. Yeah, even with that I only got 110 damage off. That's a lot. I must resist it by like 50 or 80% at least. Oh, Tiny Fox, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, unfortunately we are about to end the stream pretty soon, because I'm only sticking around to finish this guy and then turn in the last quest. But yeah, thank you for coming by. Yeah, hi, how are you doing?
The books on the Order of the Fang? I have not these things. I collected them as gifts. Gifts to the one who freed us. To the necromancer concealed safely in my domain. In the night side, where no mortal thing can see him.
Okay, cool. So apparently he drops mounts now. I don't think he used to drop temporary mounts. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, but yeah. Let's turn this into this, I think, Velma reference from Scooby-Doo. And see if she says Jinkies or something again. Yeah. Let's see what she has to say.
Wowzer! Oh, you survived! Or did you? You two seem solid and opaque, but it might just be the lighting. Nightside. The underplane that sits between the realms of life and death, which can't be seen by mortal eyes. Or do you mean a different night side? No, that's the one you mean. Yeah, I've read about it. All about it. It's a real physical place somewhere. You just can't see it. Ghosts can, so you'd need ghost eyes. Oh, or the fiery gaze of something possessed by spectral energy. Like those field guards. Defeat field guards and get their pumpkin heads. Then I can do a thing and reveal Nightside.
Oh wow, never mind. Apparently this is actually going to go on for a little bit longer than I thought. Normally you just teleport straight back to Ambrose and tell him, oh hey, by the way, I beat Nightshade, and then he's like, oh yeah, cool, now go to Crocotopia. But yeah, we'll stick around however long it takes to do it. So maybe up to like 5:10. Hopefully it's not too long though. I do like having the extra context from this update, but it is kind of adding a lot of length to it. This is still my first time going through here, so I guess it will depend on what the actual end result is before I can actually say whether or not it was worth adding all that length. let's not fizzle this time and actually kill it. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so hopefully we got one from there. We can just fight the two. Very nice. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's some bounce blade into a scorpion and then like another scout should be enough. Assuming I don't fizzle. Which I seem to be doing a lot, considering the fact that I have 90% accuracy with this wand on. Oh wow, yeah, I keep fizzling. I wonder if they're ever gonna go around and update those textures of those ones. Because they updated all these other 1 and 2 spells, but I don't think they ever went back and changed any of the alterations on the basic spells. Because they do look a little different now, although they always did look better than the original versions, so I don't know if they will. Okay, cool. We got both of them right off the bat.
Wowzer, you did a great job! These pumpkin heads are perfect! Unfortunately, I can't do the thing.
Okay, thanks.
I thought I could. I read all about it while you were gone, but I can't. I can do stuff, but what you need is a thing.
Yeah, I understand.
Headmaster Ambrose knows about things. All things. You should ask him for help.
I'll mark the location just in case you need to come back here again. But yeah, no, I understand what it is. I too do that all the time, where I just refer to things as things, instead of actually saying what it is, because I just don't mentally think about it. But yeah, Headmaster Ambrose knows a lot about a lot of things, so hopefully he knows about the thing we need to do.
Wizard, I'm afraid Bartleby's mind remains jumbled. I don't think he can help us. Have you had any luck with foul gaze? What's that you say? You need me to do a thing. Oh my, young people these days are terribly imprecise.
Oh, I forgot to grab the death book.
Ah, you believe Malistaire is hiding in Nightside? That explains much. It would conceal him from all but Bartleby, thus the theft of his eye.
Yeah, I need to go back and grab both the books from Foulgaze and Nightshade, apparently.
But I see your plan. I can enchant these ghostly pumpkins to transfer their vision into yours, allowing you to see that which dead things see. At least for a short time. It'll take but a moment, and there. It is done. Go now, follow your instincts, find the hidden path to Nightside.
Oh, cool. There's actually like a context to it now. It's not just like you get a key and then they don't know where it goes to. Although, this is basically just as stupid. It's stupid of a reason as to how it works.
Wizard, it has been so long. Have you come seeking the School of Death Magic? You have found it, and much more.
I do really like the redesign they gave Mortis specifically. He does look a lot better now. He looks super cool. Wait, I'm curious. Did they? Yeah, it's still there. Okay.
The Death School and I once sat above in the Ravenwood under the shade of the grandfather tree. But in his rage and sorrow, Malistaire stole us. He feigned an explosion and shifted the very land upon which the school sits here to the night side. From this haven,
Master, what about this book? The Order of the Fang was born of, some word that starts with K.
Give me that. Crocotopia, you dunce. And I knew that already. I've been scouring the place for ages. I came back here to find where in
Wow, so Alistair was actually here. That's surprising. I wasn't expecting that. It's actually really cool.
Oh, I see. Yes, this book does indeed have the answer I seek. So you're too late, wizard. Yes, I remember you. You fought my minions, thwarted all my diversions, but it doesn't matter. I've already won.
That was very dramatic. It's just a book. Hello there. I'm Dworgen, caretaker of the Death School. What's your name?
Hi, Dworgen. How you doing?
Did you know the Death School moved to Nightside? That's an odd name. Oh, I get it. I thought it was darker than usual outside. Haven't gotten out much. And my master started bringing me books to study. Oh, and an orb that he said could show us all of history. I have history. No, don't have any. I have new dyes, though, if you want some. Still crunchy, too. Anyway, my master couldn't get the orb to work. So he traded it for more books. We've read everything to find the Order of the Fang. Turns out they're on Crocotopia, in a great something that begins with S. You should probably tell the headmaster the Death School moved. Don't want the students to miss class.
Okay, yeah, so it looks like right about now we're actually going to be ending the quest. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, okay, so let's see what Ambrose has to say, and that should be it. He should just give us the spiral key, I think. That's pretty cool. I do like how they actually made it so that Alistair is actually, like, present, although it does make him seem a little less competent that he had to actually, you know, still stick around Wizard City to collect stuff. In the original game, in the original storyline, he just seemed so prepared for everything. He was always, like, a step ahead of you, but that time he actually managed to catch up to him. He kind of makes his diversions pointless.
Some good news, Wizard. The guards are reporting progress in pushing out the remaining undead, thanks to you. Now tell me, did you find Nightside? What? Oh my, this is indeed distressing news. But at least we know what happened to the Death School and poor Dworgen. I'll manage shoring up our passage to Nightside so we can resume proper death classes. But we must still contend with Malistair.
Yes, very much so. But we also got Black Manta, which is absolutely useless to us, so we're just gonna have to go into Crocotopia, but we already have.
We know he seeks the Order of the Fang, a mysterious sect of wizards from Crocotopia, but we don't know why. With Bartleby's eye missing, we must rely on old-fashioned methods to find out. I need you to follow Malistair's trail to Crocotopia. Take these 2 spiral keys. They will grant access to the world door inside Bartleby. Even in his current state, he can guide you from there.
Okay, so just one last little bit and push. We'll talk to Bartleby, and then I think I'll call it here for now. We'll come back later tonight and end Wizard City officially by doing Crab Alley and Colossus Boulevard. So let's see what Bartleby has to say.
New worlds? Heed my words. All the worlds of the spiral are connected through world doors, which are unlocked by spiral keys. The keys the headmaster gave you will allow you to travel to the desert world of Crocotopia and back here to Wizard City. Throughout your adventures, you will discover new keys and new worlds and wondrous things and terrible dangers. I chose you for a reason, and while my mind is fogged and my memories vague, I trust my past judgment. You are destined for great things. Yours will be an incredible journey, young wizard. Now it is time for you to take the first step.
Okay, overall, I have to say I'm actually kind of impressed with it. You know, that was actually a very good way to introduce Bartleby and reintroduce Malistaire into the story. It added a lot of context and character to them, when they didn't originally have much of any. And since that becomes such a big deal around the time of Arc 3, it is kind of nice to see them actually getting a little bit more oomph in the story as it was. But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to do today, and we're a bit over. We're about 5 minutes over from when I was originally planning to end. Because this quest did go a little bit longer. I'll be streaming later tonight at around maybe my usual time, sometime around 2 a.m., which is very... well, not 2 a.m., I could also be starting like around midnight, but it'll go until around 2 a.m. at least. So I'll do that and I'll finish up Wizard City. And I'm not sure if I'll just end Wizard City and just do a shorter stream later tonight, or if I'll do an actual longer one. Because I might just save Crocotopia for starting it for its own stream. So thank you for everyone who might have stopped by, and thank you for everyone who did stop by and chatted with me. So yeah, appreciate it a lot, and I'll see you guys later. Hope you all enjoy your day.